The 1.5 update for Zenless Zone Zero is upon us, and obviously we're going to be getting Astra Yao, the new Ether support character, but we are getting our first rerun character, which is going to be Ellen. So if you've been looking for an updated build guide for Ellen, I got you. Her strengths do include having a very powerful ultimate and dash attack. Secondly, she has some of the fastest movement in the game with her roaming state. And number 3, she's great on ice teams and can increase her own damage as long as you have her additional ability procced. Like I mentioned, Ellen is an ice attack character who falls under the Victoria Housekeeping faction with a focus on crit rate and crit damage. And if you want to get her up to max level, here are all the materials you're going to need. For what skills to prioritize upgrading first on Ellen, obviously her core skills are a big one, but for her regular skills, I would recommend first your basic attack, then your special, your ultimate, then lastly your dodge, and then assist. And here are all the materials you're going to need to upgrade these skills. For Ellen's best W engine options, her signature, the Deep Sea Visitor, is easily the best pick here. Another S-rank engine option would be the Brimstone, which is Soldier 11 signature. If you don't have any S-rank engines, don't worry, there are a couple of A-rank ones you can use. For Ellen's best drive disc, I would recommend 4-piece Polar Metal with either 2-piece Woodpecker Electro or Branch and Blade Song. For your disc main stats, at the 4th disc, you're either looking for crit rate or crit damage. At the 5th disc, you're looking for ice damage. And at the 6th, you're going to want attack percentage. And for your disc substats, you're looking for crit damage, crit rate, and any attack you can get. For Ellen's best team options, if you're free to play, your best bet is using Ambi and Sukaku with the Penguin Boo. For Ellen's premium stun team, pairing her up with Lighter and Sukaku with the Shark Boo is fantastic. If you wanted the double DPS team for Ellen, pairing her up with Miyabi and Sukaku with the Shark Boo actually works. You can also pair her up with the new limited character Astra Yao with Caesar so you have a really good endgame team, or you can switch out Caesar for somebody like Lycon so you have a decent stunner. The last team I'll mention is the Victoria Housekeeping team, pairing Ellen up with Lycon and Rena. The last thing I want to talk about is Ellen's Mindscape Cinema and if you should pull for multiple copies of her. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I still think Ellen's one of the strongest characters in the game. The only problem is the timing of her rerun, in my opinion. We just came off of Miyabi's banner, and as we know, even though she's an anomaly character, she's one of the strongest characters in the game. She might as well function as an anomaly and an attack character, and she has her own damage type, which is just absolutely insane. But also, we're getting Astra Yao at the same time, who's, number 1, the first limited banner, support character. She's also one of the few ether characters we're going to have, and she's going to be able to heal and increase our character's attack, which is just going to be absolutely crazy. So I understand if people want to skip on Ellen at the moment, but if she does come back, in a couple of months, maybe look into pulling for her.